I didn't see this coming. I mean, I prepared for this. I ate right. I had my garment bag of my heels and my makeup and my toiletries all ready to go by the door. I was prepared. My friends were coming to see me later on. Then we were going to go out later. I mean, this was going to be my day. How could this have happened? I woke up early, and this was early for me. I woke up early, this day. I woke up at 6 o'clock, out the door by 6:15. I was on my way. This was going to be a beautiful summer day, an outside runway show, 2 runway shows booked through my agency. The Girl Scouts, they would have been jealous of me on this day. I mean, it's been several years, but I still ask myself, how could this have happened? I was prepared mentally, physically. I thought I had all my nutrients. I booked a runway show with a very, very talented designer. And the first show, she had about 8 dresses for me, gowns to try on, no problem. I mean, I love putting on dresses and I'm so fast at changing. And then the second show, which was about 2 hours or so, after that, I was going to have about 4 to 6 dresses, which is going to be spectacular. So I got ready. Now, it wasn't too far from my house. This is all in San Jose. And like I said, if you are 15-20 minutes away from somewhere in San Jose, you're 15-20 minutes away from it, not like LA. So now, and I remember I had my bag with my heels and my toiletries and extra this, extra that. And I left the apartment. And now this was around 6 a.m. And I noticed that it was really, really hot outside for 6 a.m. Actually, I clocked it. Do you know it was 80 degrees at 6 a.m. when I left the house? Let that factor in. 6 a.m., 80 degrees. I noticed it was going to be hot. I had my jacket with me, so I just threw my jacket in the back seat. I knew I wasn't going to need it, but I was going to the event. Now, I remember it was somewhere downtown, and it was going to be this big, huge festival. And actually, there was a lot of faith-based and gospel artists there. I had the pleasure of seeing Yolanda Adams perform, and oh, she just gave a good performance that day. So I was already buzzing. And like I said, I had friends coming. So they made us up in the hotels, and the hotels were spectacular. I hope you're enjoying my storytelling video. I love to storytell, create video content, and write. So right now you are seeing a little link right up above. Feel free to click on my playlist, other content produced and written by me. We had snacks and lunch brought to our hotel, and that's where hair and makeup was. And I remember they did my hair really cute that day, and they kind of did it up. And I remember they were going heavy on the makeup because it was such a hot day until we went outside. Now, like I said, I had 8 gowns to try on for the very first show. So the gals were waiting for us, and they took us in a limousine to the event, and I just felt like the belle of the ball. I was so blessed. I met some really nice models, and we snapped a few pictures before going into the limo that was going to take us to the venue. So there we were at the venue, and everything was perfect. Now, one thing, as I said, it was it was 80 degrees by 6. Well, we went on around noontime, 11 to noontime. Well, by this time, the heat had increased. Just a little side note, San Jose has never seen heat or record highs like this before. People weren't prepared. I mean, we at this time, this was 2007. At this time, our record highs were higher than Los Angeles. Okay? Our record highs were higher than Las Vegas. We beat out Los Angeles. We beat out Las Vegas, even beat out the desert on this day. So many different wild, wacky, wonderful things have happened to me over the years. I mean, I just can't keep track. You know what? Do me a favor. If anything like this has ever happened to you in the past, comment down below. I would love to hear your experiences. So they had this special material for the tents. Now I do appreciate that. Being a model, being a woman, having to change outside. It was this big circus tent, very very big. And you know what? I'll tell you one thing: it wasn't gonna fly away, and you weren't going to see any models exposed. But at the same time, it was tent material, and I'm telling you guys, it was already like 100. I kid you not. It was like 108 degrees outside. That is hot for San Jose, and we just weren't prepared. So if you got, just imagine you have about, I don't know, 10 or so models in this tent, enough space, no problem. But you have this tent material, and it's 108 outside. Oh my goodness. So I started putting on my gowns. Now, like I said, I had these beautiful gowns. They were heavy. These were gowns you wear in the winter, and they were heavy. Well, let's just say I did a good job. I got to about 6 gowns, and then I went backstage, and then I proceeded to go backstage. I had 3 other gowns, and then I just hit the floor. I passed out. Now, let me explain to you. I've never passed out before, and I have to say, I didn't pass fully out, but you really do see stars. I remember going into the tent, and I was just like, oh, I see little, and I literally, it was black, and I saw star, 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 and I was like, I think I'm gonna pass out. And then I just toppled, down to the ground. But some of the models who were so nice, that I met that day, they were there for me. And I asked one of them to get one of my friends. Now my friend was there. She was with her little niece. Okay, really little, about 5 years old. And she came backstage, and her cheeks were just so pink. Her niece's cheeks were so pink. They had like a lemonade, and they said it was really, really hot. So she came backstage. She gave me some lemonade. She made sure I was okay. She showed me love that day. But right after the fashion show, her and her niece, they left, and I think they went to like the pool because it was just so hot. Now, little did we know, because we were going through the motions, that on this day, it was 114 degrees in all. This was the hottest day that San Jose had ever experienced. But it gets better. Because Lashelle is a pro, and I am representing my agency, HMM, shout out on Stevens Creek, right by the 880 in San Jose, HMM. Because I am a dedicated model, and I know I am there to represent my agency. I went back to the hotel, hot, sweaty. We ate, had a lot of water. I could have drank more, but more water. That's what my problem was. I didn't drink enough water. But went back to the hotel, had water. Makeup was perfect. Hair was perfect. And there was air conditioner, and we rested it up. And then we went back out to the fashion show, and I had 4 to 6 dresses to wear. I wore them. It was a lot better. I didn't pass out because I had some friends coming to the second show, and it was just wonderful. Learning from this experience, I have to say, yes, it is so important to drink water. And this was back in 2007. And since then, I've had an appreciation for water. Just like I said, I used to live in San Jose. It's very, very hot during the summer, but not that hot. But I did, of course, move to LA, and moving to LA will make you like water because it is hot all the time. So that is one thing I started getting used to is water. Now I just love electrolyte water or electrolyte and alkaline water all in one. You can get it at the 99-cent only store. You can get it at Walgreens, what have you. So yes, I have an appreciation for water. I don't have to put flavor in it, but this just made me appreciate the water so much. And I just want to let you know at this event, I wasn't the only one. As soon as I passed out, one of the models, she was helping me. And then I remember by our second show, I was actually okay. I mean, I was still kind of woo, but I was okay. But then all of a sudden, I remember her starting to kind of topple down at the second show as we were waiting for the limo to bring us to our hotel room. So she started to topple down. And my family, who I'm so glad they didn't come because it was really, really hot, but my family, especially my brother and my grandmother, they were looking at the news. And on the news, it was reports of people passing out at this festival, not because it was a festival or crowded, because this festival was outside, but just we weren't prepared for San Jose to get to be 114 degrees, maybe even a little bit hotter, 115 to 80 degrees, at 6 a.m. San Jose wasn't ready, and this was a big festival, so a lot of people, it looks like, were passing out, and paramedics were just had to stay there all day because paramedics were picking up people for dehydration and falling out and passing out. They tell you the same thing. When it's really hot that day, don't cook. Just get a pizza at McDonald's. It's okay. You could cheat. So my family was wondering, oh, I wonder if Lachelle was one of the ones kind of. They're like, oh, I wonder if Lachelle passed out, just kind of like joking, but little did they know, Lachelle did pass out. And I told them later, and they were like, oh my goodness, but I did feel better. My friends showed up. I went home, took a big shower, had a lot of Gatorade, and actually, I did go out later on that night to kind of like celebrate everything I had went through. I got paid. I was paid 30 days out, kind of like just got paid. It's Friday night, but it was Saturday. Just got paid. Feeling alright. Okay, so anyways, so I had one of those kind of days. It was strenuous. I was a dedicated model. I wanted to represent my agency wonderful. I don't quit. I never give up. But one important bit of advice I want to give to everyone out there, even if you're not a model or an actress or a singer, you never know what's going to happen. Always drink water. Don't rely on sodas and coffees. Me, of course. Don't rely on sodas and coffees and things of that sort because no, I mean it's just not going to work out for you. It's not going to work out. It's not good for your body. You need to cleanse your body. And seriously, I never believed this, but when you drink water, your whole body feels good. You could drink the other stuff, but let water be your go-to. Every hour on the hour, drink water. So that's the best advice I can give to anybody. As we're going back in time, a little blast from the past. Right now, you're seeing a video that I created on the 5 bestest TV shows that inspired me to act. You have to check it out. And until then, see you later.